have our Honda Acty battery cover kit. This one's powder coated in white. You can order them in raw, white, or black. Or if you have a special request, just leave it in the checkout comments and we can usually accommodate what you need. Here's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a group of M6 washers, M5 washers, spacers, M5 bolts, M6 bolts, another set of M6 a little bit longer, 2 tabs and 2 spacers. What you're gonna need to install is a 3mm Allen, 4mm Allen, 8mm socket, and a 10mm socket. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install these tabs right here on the bottom side, and that's gonna be latching onto the bottom of your Acty battery cage that you have in there. So grab your M5s and the small M5 washer. And just run that through on the bottom. And flip it over. Stack your washer on there. Grab your tab and make sure the tab that has a cut, the wedge cut on the inside, make sure that's facing your battery cover. Put the nut on there and then snug it up and do the same on the other side. Alright, now we have both sides bolted on. And if you look in there, you see you have your spacer, and you have that tab, and you have that angle cut facing the battery cover in here. Snug them up pretty tight. I mean, nothing too crazy, but just enough that they're not spinning around. And then once we get to install it in the truck, you might have to flare these up just a tiny bit so it locks into place. Next up, we're gonna bolt up this reservoir cover. The same thing, really simple. It goes from the back. And this time you're gonna get your short M6s in here. Get a washer, run them through, and put your lock nut in the back. So it's gonna end up something like that. We're gonna bolt those up, snug them up, and then we'll go install it in the truck. All right, now we have this reservoir cover bolted on. You're gonna have a 90 like that. You have your lock nuts in the back, and you're ready to go install it. We're gonna head outside and bolt this up. All right, now we're outside here on the Acty. We have the stock cover pulled off already. Now you're gonna grab these 2 little spacers and you're gonna run them on the back of your cover, like so. And you're gonna grab the longer of the M6 with the washers and run it through. It's a little tricky, you have to do both sides at the same time. But you're gonna get it, it's gonna look like that. Now those 2 tabs in the bottom, you're gonna want those to hook over these 2 little weld points on the battery. Before you go and hook those over, it kind of helps sometimes to bend it out a little bit. Bend those 2 tabs out with a flat screwdriver, just a tiny bit, as you can see in there, and that'll help installing it. So you'll feel it kind of lock in, and you just walk it down, and as soon as you can get these top bolts on, go get them by hand. And it'll kind of hold itself up already. If it's like that, you're good to go. The bottom's locked up. Just snug those top ones up, and you're all set to go.